Shit. Hold on. My fucking. I thought that bitch straight enough. Yeah, we good. We A1. That boy clean. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, that motherfucker down there had me expose myself and shit, man. Down there expose myself, man. We finna walk backward through this bitch. Oh shit. Let me put some love. Let me put some light up in there. There we go. You feel me? I'm gonna expose myself. Alright. Where y'all at, man? Get in this live, man. I'm strapped up. All red. We finna talk about energy. You know how y'all be telling me to pop the tag offs? I went to the store earlier, somebody said the same shit. Like I'm done with some shit. But look though. Let me let y'all know some shit, man. Shout out to everybody who retain their energy with discipline, pure discipline, retaining yourself, man. I don't talk about semen retention and nothing like that. I don't make no videos personally no more. But I just gotta talk about, I just gotta mention it, like, as far as like, I gotta mention the journey, man. It feel good to really have like some energy flowing. You know what I'm saying? You don't get it. You ain't taking it from nobody. You ain't looking for nobody validation and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you get respect when you have discipline. You get hated on too though, but you get a lot of respect and shit, man. Look at this, man. Who was that, bro? Hold on, bro. No, I'm talking shit. Nah, but for real though, you get a lot of respect when you got discipline. You know what I'm saying? Brax beat down. What's good? It's good. But we want to give our due diligence to the creator of the universe. I want to make a separate. I want to talk about that separate. Like genderless creator, meaning like how like we made up of man and woman, and that's it. No disrespect to the LGBT, but you was forced into that lifestyle, meaning like you adopted a lifestyle that comforts somebody agenda and shit. But I don't want to get into that right there. But it kind of go hand in hand of like the creator and all that. Do a backflip, Kang? Oh shit! Hold on. Your challenge has been met. Hold on, let me put the phone down. You want me to do a backflip? I'll do a backflip. And my good shit too. I don't know if I'm gonna do a backflip in my good shit, but fuck it. Fuck these clothes. I'll do a backflip right here. Islam is the right religion. But let me tell you this though, like, like in all text, damn, I'm going all the way around, bro. Let me go back this way, bro. I'm tripping. Hold on, let me hit that backflip, bro. You think I won't hit a backflip, bro? You think I won't hit a backflip, bro? Nah, I'm talking shit. I ain't hit no backflip, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. My man Lil John. Hey, you know what's crazy about Lil John? He on this spiritual shit too though. You know, shout out to Lil John, man. Shout out to the A. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Islam is the religion. That is my religion. But I'm a black man first. Iman, Med. You probably was gonna say what a legend, but you didn't do it. Nah, I'm gonna go do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now I do a front flip, but I got all my good shit on, bro. I ain't trying to fuck up none of my shit. But I would go bare feet and do that shit. I would go bare feet and do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie. Nah, tomorrow I might go live and I'm gonna go in nature. I gotta take my car to the shop and shit, get some brakes done on my shit. But let me get into it though, cause I get distracted by y'all. But I mean, it ain't nothing wrong, cause I ain't been live in a minute. But you know, like we gotta have like how I be seeing life be flowing and shit, know what I mean? And be like the sacrifices and shit. Sometimes the shit be like it get like lonely and shit. But you realize the good thing is you ain't gotta like play yourself for nobody and shit. You know what I'm saying? You attract other people who be on a journey in their life and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta like let everybody come in. And some people go try to find a way to use your light and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me though? Y'all feel me? You motherfuckers gotta have some nuts. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas be out here simping, bro. We just gonna keep a lot of these boys, bro. Motherfuckers be out here simping, bro. Hold on. Niggas be simping like a motherfucker. They be running to that motherfucker cat like this. Oh, my bad. My bad. But, yeah, you can't be out here like that, though. Especially as us as man, like, we got a real mission. You know what I'm saying? We finna post right here like we own this motherfucker, bro. We got a mission, bro. We ain't out here for no bullshit. Jesus is not God, but he is prophet of God. A Mary was a miracle. But yeah, that's right though. That's what I'm saying. This is why like I went to Islam, bro. Because really Allah is not even no man or no woman. But when you look at the word, AL is feminine and EL is masculine. So Allah or Elah will both mean like, or even Allah, where AT is describing the mother. But we can say it as a father to represent ourselves, that energy, but it's a balance between both masculine and feminine. And plus when you look at the word gender, when you put not how like we identify ourselves as man and woman, it's quite crazy how the times we in where it's like you got, you know, the LGBT, you know, the force, it's a force thing, and there's no shots at them. We talk about literature, right? Let's talk about literature and the word gender, and gen. You spell gen, Jin, the demon gen, and then you have gender, GEN. JIN and GEN. GEN can mean got the word generation, gene, your gene pool and all that. So the sound, when you pronounce them, they sound the same and shit. Like the JIN, Jinn, spirit, demons and spirits, like gin and juice. But they say like words can be mean to have two different meanings and shit. Bro, I'm hungry. That's why I'm kind of like stagnating and shit too. I got off work and shit. I ain't even getting nothing to eat yet, so I'm low key fasting and shit. But I'll be straight though. I'm finna go probably give me some bean and rice burritos. I was gonna do that shit earlier and eat it on live, but yeah. Um, and I know I'm hungry and I'm tired. My arm ain't even can't even hold the phone up like that. But yeah, our religion is. I feel like it's a bunch of tools for one man to use. It's a bunch of tools that a man can use. Yo, somebody comment, hit me some comments, bro, because I did exit off the live and shit, and then it reconnect. So I don't know if somebody watching or not. I don't want to restart. I might just restart it. I don't know. But yeah, the religion, the text in the religion, I mean, the text inside of the textbooks and the religious textbooks is, like, it's for your experience on the outside world to clarify that you on the right path or you need to get on the right path. Like, for instance, like when I was wanted to go sober, it took me a while. When I say it took me a while, it took me like about a few years. About a few years. You know what I'm saying? To go sober and shit. And I was seeing a verse out the Bible, be sober and be vigilant because the devil was like a roaring lion. Now, like, when I was seeing this shit, like, and with this while I'm smoking this shit and everything. Like, I'm smoking and then I'm seeing shit come up. Oh, it's kind of loud in this bitch. Hold on, y'all. Sound like the Ku Klux Klan in this bitch. Sound like the Ku Klux Klan in this bitch. Let me get the fuck up out of there, nigga. Dog talking shit. Nah, but yeah, I was seeing that. So that's one example, right? So you got another example. Let me give y'all another example. And these from my own experiences. Like, the Book of the Lamb will only be. Now, this is something the verse you gotta Google, because I don't know this shit off my head and shit. But it say the Book of Lamb will be open to only those who can. I forgot how that verse go. I can't even lie. But it's talk about the Book of Lamb, and I seen this like probably like after I went sober or some shit. I don't know. I can't even lie, but yeah, and I feel like more than likely, religion is meant for man, bro. It ain't really meant for like any and every fucking body. It's meant for like man who real like who got like an energy to him, bro. Like, this is why they try to feed it to him in jail, but in jail, you automatically. I don't want to really talk about that, but we got to mention the brothers behind the bars, bro, because it's a pure example from them too. They get creative in the mind rather than some people be like, man, I might just hang myself. And some people do. Some people kill themselves in there. But everybody don't kill themselves in there. Some people start getting creative and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people start getting creative and shit. I'm finna post up on somebody's car and shit. Like, that shit mine. No, I ain't finna do that shit. But we finna walk through here. What was I saying? Yeah, brothers behind the penitentiary get real creative and shit, bro. And you. So this and let me go back, because I was saying like, what the fuck? I forgot. See, I had stopped traffic. I had to look for traffic, but oh yeah, religion is really meant for man, bro, because. Or the text, not religion for say, like not the divide, but even that, you gotta divide yourself from fuck shit, bro. You gotta divide yourself from man who can't really hold they nuts, bro. Who can't really like think for self, bro. Because if you think for everybody else, you might fuck around and not even have no thought for yourself, and you end up start doing time behind the penitentiary and shit. Some facts. Some fucking facts, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And the real ones gonna respect you because, like, I know somebody right now, right? A Aries. A Aries right now, right here, Aries, and I'm Capricorn. Bro, respect me off the rip because I've never been the type to be like, oh, bro, let's go do this, let's go do that. Now, drinking and smoking, yeah, we did that shit. Had a couple women and shit we rolled with. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me finna just go do any and everything, you know, like robbing and shit like that, killing somebody or retaliating and shit, or I never been I always dodge that type of shit or dodge environments with it. And when he started going through that shit, or was already going through it in his own way, but after he did his time and then he did his time, you know what I'm saying? You get out and he got my perspective. He was like, man, bro, you was saying some, you know, this and that. So you go through your own, he going through his own shit. He like, bro, man, I could have did this and did that, but I didn't. Because you already there felt. He was already in that state of mind. Now, y'all might not get where I'm coming from. But basically the whole thing is like, you might not be liked it, but you go damn sure be respected and shit. And you might not even be like, a motherfucker might assume some shit about you. But as a man, you gotta know, like, you gotta know as a man, bro, like, it's only so much bullshit you can do before that shit run around and catch up to you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, hold on, bro. I had to run from that motherfucker. Y'all seen that shit? No, I'm talking shit. I am a scientific man. Kane, I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the Midwestern American KKK. You gotta put 3 Ks on that motherfucker. I'm scientific man and logical man. Excuse me for my bad English, but truth mentioned in Quran from 1400 years ago that NASA and science recently discovered. This just blows me. But this is the thing you gotta realize too. I know that too. I studied that. I was there. I'm been in that. You know what I'm saying? But this the thing too. Our ancestors was doing this before Islam, bro, or before the Quran came out. Our ancestors was already hip to the Star Series, because I know about that too. The Star Series that's in the Quran. And you know that's the funny part about how the text got like that information about the stars and all that. And this how you know religion ain't even written by just any man. The Quran, the Bible, and all the stories in the Bible is different books in the Bible, man. It ain't just one whole book. That's a collective of books inside of one book. A collective of stories, and they all simultaneously go together. This is why you got certain books missing, like the Book of Enoch and all that. Now that's one of the main ones that's known, but this is why, like, they took it out. From my personal perspective, they took it out because this would bring you back to seeing who the real people is, and seeing, or not the real people, but seeing who the mothers and fathers of civilization, and that they supposed to see this and supposed to recognize like they is under a curse. Like, you know, not just you ain't got no gifts, but you just can't have no gifts if you ain't got no curse, or if you just can't have no curse and you ain't got no gifts. Meaning like for instance, like, let me tell you, like, this is why, like, also, like, they want you to know, like, they want us to be looking outside of every other race, and they want us to look for religion. If I put religion first, And if I see my own, if I see a black man that look like me, but I'm indoctrinated with Muslim, I'll be like, man, he need to pray to Allah before I give to him. You got brothers who like that, bro. I never been like that, bro. And I'm not even an average Islam type of brother. Like I've been doing this without even having to say Assalamu alaikum, or when I talk about Muhammad or Jesus, I don't say peace be upon them. Sometimes I do if I'm talking to him, but as far as like I be myself, basically what I'm saying. I don't have to appease to no Arabs or to no Eastern nobody, bro, because I know the truth, and the truth is about me, the lineage of other people who look like me, or like in that case, like you got the book of Genesis. In the beginning, like Genesis 2, it talk about Ethiopia. Now, like Ethiopia is one of the countries in Africa that ain't been too much colonized. I think they tried to colonize a couple of the people, but as far as the land, they never get colonized. And this one book in Genesis 2. Now, my pops was saying this shit. My pops was saying this shit. I ain't even really think about to look in it, but it's in there though. Cause my pops is like, he, you know what I'm saying? But, cause he be saying the same shit like, it's us. And they want us to look at ourselves like, they want us to look at ourselves how they portray, how we portray it on the TV. Now, if you ain't like the person on the TV, you really like an automatic. You gonna be a op, and you gonna be. Read my previous comment, bro. You gonna be a op to society, bro. If I'm not like what the media portraying, if I'm not like out here like acting an ass and shit, if I'm not out here like, you feel me? I'm most hating and shit. But that's why they want to see us brothers like me up in jail, up in the penitentiary, but I'm free. I could fuck any and everybody girl in a race, but I don't even do that shit because I respect my own race and I know what's up. Like, if we was in Florida right now, a lot of these motherfuckers wouldn't even be walking around how they walking around right now. Because motherfuckers would do that. But these niggas around this bitch, these motherfuckers on house nigga time, bro. Everybody ain't on my time, bro. So this why I don't sit back and finna put in that type of work if I'm not around. If it ain't no brothers like me all the way, you know what I'm saying? All the way like that, bro. It's only a few of us that's like that, bro. And we not risking ourselves, bro. Only if we got to. If somebody young, like the young dude who got smoked by the police, it was more house niggas like was committed to that shit, bro. Like, oh man, he shouldn't have did this. He shouldn't have did that. Bro, man, y'all niggas need to grow some nuts, bro. Niggas need to grow some nuts, bro. Cause these devils don't give a fuck about you, bro. And they don't give a fuck about our youngest. If you think they don't give a fuck about your old ass, bro, you think they give a fuck about the youngest, bro? You think they give a fuck about the youngest, bro? Hold on, look at me when I'm talking to you. You think they give a fuck about them? Man. No, hold on, let me. Yeah, I said I'm Islam, bro. I'm Islam, bro. But I'm black first, though. I'm not religion first, bro. My religion comes second, bro. I explain that. Like, like I said, like, I don't know if you was here when I said it, but I put myself first before I put religion, bro. And that's just that. And I've been studying so long, like I got wisdom on me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I got gray hairs, though. You can't probably see them, but I've been doing this shit, bro. I got wisdom on me, bro. You know how I feel, bro? I feel like a motherfucker. I feel like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Oh, me. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry as shit. I should go walk to them now. Go get me some bean and rice burritos, man. Look, I would tell you something. The purpose of life is to worship God and do our prayers, charity and peace and world, because this life in is an exam for us that God will enter us to paradise or to hell. Bro, we already in hell, bro. Where you been at? Hold on, let me take you. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. You said what now? Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. We already up in hell, bro. I don't know where you been at, bro. Where you been at, bro? He said paradise or hell. Hey, but look. Now, let me not be funny with. Let me. Cause I know you watching my shit, and I ain't bullshitting. Paradise, hell, heaven, hell. Let's look at the English language. You got heaven and you got hell. Hold on. Now you said we ain't equal. Hold on, bro. Nah, you got heaven and hell, bro. Heaven is spelled with an H, and hell is spelled with an H, right? And then you got heaven, heaven, or haven, which is the word birth. When you gotta look at the root words. Birth, which you got a birthright naturally on earth. But when our parents signed the social security number, or our pops, it was it automatically put us as what the fuck you call that? Basically, it made us a slave and shit. It made the child a slave. Now, see, a lot of people go pay though. Y'all, a lot of motherfuckers done fucked up. Y'all, motherfuckers be bringing kids here, bro, for a fucking ticket, bro. For a motherfucking ticket, bro. Man, you know how they make a nigga feel, and then when a nigga grow up here and shit, bro, niggas start wigging out. Niggas young as hell be wigging out. Niggas be young as hell, ready to wig out, bro. You feel me? You might not feel me. Let me bring you back. You said paradise or hell, right? This what God promised us, right? If we do our shit right. If we don't do it right, we going to hell. If we do it right, we going to heaven. But sometimes to do what's right, bro, to do what's right, you might seem wrong to somebody else. Man, I'm just be cruising. You might be doing wrong, but you doing right in God's eye, bro. And you know what? I was on Facebook. I was on my Facebook looking at my memories and shit. And I shared something in 2014, like from Galatia, the book of Galatians. I forgot the verse and chapter, but I can look through it later on, whatever. But it's in there. It say, if you, now that I told the truth, I am now your enemy. This is what this say in the Bible, bro. I was sharing this shit in 2014. It's 10 years now. We in 25. Going on 11 years at that. That was 11-year memory. That's how I'm thinking about it. When I tell you the truth, or if I tell you the truth, I am now your enemy. So I got a lot of people who, like I said, like, people don't even really fuck with me, bro. A motherfucker really try to set me up, but they know I'm on that shit, bro. I'm on Islam but I'm black first, bro. I don't put religion first, bro. Because if I put religion first, like I said, like I'll knock my own brother, because I'll be like, oh, he don't believe in Allah, so, you know, like, I can't help him out. Bro, nah, bro. And then you got ones who be like, oh yeah, man, he cool, he this and that. But a motherfucker could tell, like, no, he ain't even finna just be, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna read your comment in a minute, bro. A motherfucker know, like, man, this shit just crazy, bro. All I got to say is, like, oh yeah, let me go back to your statement, heaven and hell, bro. It's all in the mind state. It's all a mind state too, bro. It's all a mind state. And like I said, like, you could be telling the truth or telling your truth, and a motherfucker won't like it, bro. A motherfucker will be like, probably want to send you to hell, bro, because you telling your truth, bro. And when I mean send you to hell, I'm talking about as far as pain, set you up with the police or some robbery, depending who you is as a person, and what a person can get out of you and what they're trying to take away from you. You know what I'm saying? What a person trying to take away from you. And I'm hungry, so I'm kind of like cussing a lot. So y'all gotta excuse me and shit like that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna go grab me something to eat in a minute, but I ain't tripping on that though. I ain't tripping on that. You got the doves out here. The key of life is to be patient on bad desires because Allah said it in Quran and give good tidings to the patient. But I rock with Islam though. Yeah, I rocks with that, bro. I rocks with Islam, bro. I rocks with the Quran, bro, because I rocks with the Bible too. But I rocks with more like with Islam because it's more disciplinary, or makes you more like aware that you need to become more disciplined, even if you is Islam or Muslim. You know what I'm saying? It make you realize like, but I'm gonna start reading my Quran again because when I was reading it, like I said, like I didn't say it, but this the magic of having your energy. This the magic of having your energy and power, bro. Because when you read anything or you pull up anything, it's gonna always relate to you or something in the surrounding area that it's go expedite creativity in you, or it's gonna make you see something. Like in the Quran, for instance, like when I was reading and like I forgot, like this is some years ago. This is like 2017, 2016, I think. Could have been after that, I forgot. 2018 or something, I don't know. I know it was before the Ovid shit. But when I was reading from the beginning, and I was supposed to read it all the way to the end, but I ended up stopping because it was like errors in there. It was errors in the words up in there. Now I don't know if it was because the translation and shit like that. But when I was reading, like, and it was funny, it'd be like the Quran don't have no errors, but I think it just meaning like as far as like the story and the message. I don't think it was talking about like the words and shit, like the translation and shit. But it was like you can be God according to what the people. And it's not saying the Allah. It's saying how when we call ourselves gods. It said that in the Quran. Like if you are God to people. No, I'm paraphrasing. It said you can be a God, but it's on up to the people basically on how you treat the people. So if you claim yourself to be a God, it's about being responsible and it's about taking accountability that you have to of your own self. Now, like, yeah, we be in hardships and all this shit, bro, because of the slave masters and shit, the pillaging of our homelands and shit. So we even got to take accountability of that. Meaning like we got to take accountability of that. We've been having somebody else's mind inside of our head, inside of our temple, and this is God's temple. So we've been having a devil mind the whole time, bro. We've been having a devil mind the whole time. And who is the devil? The devil is the Caucasian, the Caucasianism, the Caucasian race, and the Caucasian race just don't consist with just one. It don't consist of just like the literal blue-eyed person. You got different races of Caucasians, bro. The Arabs, and you might be Arab to the Imam. Iman, I don't want to say your name wrong, but your ancestors and the ones even up to now, we got a natural enemy, bro. We got a real natural enemy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But see, as me, like I said, like I save my energy for this shit, bro, to make me realize, like, man, you got to have a woman that's just as disciplined as you, just as disciplined, just have as much as faith as you. Because if you got somebody that you got to pick up, bro, and you ain't, I ain't even, I'm not jumping in no relationship, bro, until I'm fucking settled in my finances, bro. Because I realize, like, everybody around me don't think how I think, bro. And if I be like, if I get mad and shit, what up, J Man Curly fan? I seen your comment, but I just had to spit my shit. But yeah, ain't no man should be in no religion, bro. I mean, chasing no relationship, bro. Unless you a bot or some shit, you a robot ass motherfucker, bro. You ain't got no purpose in life or some shit. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. But for those that's like us, that's like, yeah, you go through most shit, or anything could pop up, or you give and shit. You got a giving heart. You you go through shit with the law. You go through shit with jobs and shit, or you chasing a lot of tail. You out there hitting everything in sight. You out there running to the cat, or the cat running to you, and you like, get over here. Oh shit. Oh, shit funny as hell, bro. B. Nah, this is for us, bro. Shout out to Open Eyes, man. I talked about that before, Open Eyes. I was in a relationship before. Yeah, well, I mean the last relationship I was in, you know what I'm saying? And I still got feelings for that girl, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cause she was a real one, but I think she still has some growing and doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She still has some growing and shit. And what I mean by that, she was willing to grow with me, but I feel like I feel like I feel like she had to, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't really rocking with me like full time, because she got the other world. She got this world of, she gotta impress and shit. So I let her go, bro. I mean, she hit me up, but she knew, like, okay, nah, because females know, like, they ain't gotta like chase the dude. They ain't gotta chase us unless the relationship been that long, because it wasn't that long neither. But I feel like she was just trying to still be out with everybody else, entertaining other. Like, I wasn't with that shit. You know what I did? Kept that shit 100, and that's what I did. Dipped off, man. You don't stick around and wait for shit, bro. You don't stick around. You don't stick around for that shit, bro. You end up in a motherfucking jail cell, nigga. Like, can I get a bail off? For real, bro. For real. Yeah, for real. Devils tell us to worship girls, money, but Allah said worship me and don't follow the devil. Because the devil didn't worship God because of his arrogance. Just see everyone worship money, girls is arrogant. Arrogance. It's crazy, bro, about the devil. Um, Shaitan. Shaitan. Let me put the they live glasses back on. No. I feel like you know what's crazy? You know, the first ship. Now, like, I don't know if this shit is a. I learned this shit years ago, and then later on it was like, or black people wasn't on those slave ships and this and that, we was already here in America, right? So, but if history show, or if that's real, you know, like the first ship was named Jesus. Like, I don't know if it was real. I don't know if they was trying to, if it was enough, but I don't know, bro. But you know, like, what's crazy with that, because Jesus in Greek is Zeus, the Zeus god, and I'm gonna tie it down to the devil, because even like I think like the devil, Lucifer, Satan is all different beings. I don't even think they all the same beings, and I'm saying I don't think the language of it. Like Lucifer is really a female. Lucy, Lucer, like there's no man named Lucy, bro. Let me just say that. So Lucifer or Lucy is a female deity. You know what I'm saying? It's a female deity. Y'all can move backwards like that, bro. It's a female deity, though. I think, like, but you know, and you know, they got a movie called Lucy, man. And this movie was with I forgot the white girl name. She played in the Fantastic Four movie, and she in this movie, like, she had like this pill. It was either a blue pill or some blue liquid shit, and I think they gave it to her in a thing, but like it boosted her mind to like 100%. Like she was using 100% of her this shit, and it was changing. She was changing reality and shit, like with just some thoughts, and it had just happened in Morgan Freeman in that movie. But I don't know how that. I'm going off. I'm going into, you know what I'm saying, a little bit too far off topic and shit. But yeah, I'm hungry as shit. I'm over here cottonmouth and shit. But the same thing for girls. Allah said, don't do one night relationship, but do marry the girl and don't harm her feelings while one night. Bring me that. I rocks with that. You know what's crazy, because how all that be saying, that being said, how you coming through with that shit, Iman? I don't want to say the name wrong. Let me, Baruta. I'm gonna just say the brother Iman. Ahmed. How you saying all that, bro? I mean, how the Quran is stating all that. That's how my heart already feel. Before, this is why I'll be saying, like, when you live in truth, this the magic that the Most High, like, you like connected to the most, like you like, it's like a web, like a spider web. You know, and like a spider web is like something. It's how a spider web is made. It's certain shit that can't even go through a spider web. The spider web go sit up. The spider web go stay up. The spider web go stay up. You know what I'm saying? Can't nothing break through a spider web, but it's like, let me make sure ain't no cars coming. Should do some push-ups right here. Should I do some push-ups for y'all, man? Y'all want to see me do some push-ups or some shit, bro? And talk this real shit, man. And I got them up comment section lit, man, with some real shit, man. We ain't got to be lit to fuck ourselves up and kill ourselves. We ain't got to be lit to go eat some motherfucking pig chitlins and shit. You know what I'm saying? What the slave master gave our ancestors, and now we over here eating that shit for celebrations. No, that ain't me. That's you, that's you, mom. Nah, man, I ain't judging nobody, but we just gotta keep that shit real, though. But what's your feelings if your daughter comes to you crying and said, "Dad, my boyfriend broke my heart. I think you will kill him. That's why in Islam we marry the girl and don't do one night and then go." And I'm gonna kill him. It depends if he try to beat her up or some shit, then yeah, it might go to that. But if it's just some shit that, if I warned her already, and if I didn't do that, bro, like, I don't know, I can't really, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I agree. I kind of, let me read that again. I kind of agree with that though. Like, that's why Islam, you married a girl and don't. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's how I think some of us already feel like that, man. Like, but I feel like marriage is not for me though, because, and I'm not saying it's not a good thing. What I'm saying is like, man, like, because you got your own. I don't know. I might be thinking too much into it, but it could be like, you might not even be with that right person. You might was for that person for a lesson or some shit, or like, for the time being. But that might not even be your true, or a soulmate, or you might not even. I don't know. I don't know how I could put that shit. How I could put that shit. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Marriage ain't for me though. Let me just say that. But I feel like if you do get married, it's got to be with somebody that that's gonna be, y'all committed to each other. Y'all is friends from the get go. Y'all didn't just jump in a relationship, meet each other. It's got to be like some type of extended relationship before it was even thought to be a relationship like that. Not planning and plotting and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Might be thinking too much. You probably can't. Like, I probably can meet somebody and get married, but we probably got to be on different levels in our own life and shit. Like, I got to be on the level in my life, and she got to be on the level in her life. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But I feel that though, as far as like getting married and shit, instead of doing one night stands and shit, wasting energy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole point of a one night stand is, it's to get rid of some energy to somebody that you don't even know like that, and you don't know how valuable your energy is. But every man got to live and learn. I ain't here to judge no man and shit like that, because you will have some people who watch my shit. This is why I don't make semen retention videos no more, talking about this type of shit, because some people be in competition with this type of content and shit, and it's low key clout chasing it's low key simping and shit, because I'm not simping for no female hating on another person, hating on another man content, or in competition with his content. If it's bringing value, it's bringing value and shit like that. But I'm not here to be like, if you have a one night stand, you going to hell and shit like that, or you go be like fucked up and shit. The whole point, if you is constantly doing that shit though, if you constantly on a one night stand mission, and what I mean constantly, it could be every weekend, every month, you go fuck around and catch something, it's just something ain't gonna go right. It might be going good for the time being. Hell, it can be a couple years, bro, but everybody's life be different though. But you will run across some shit that's gonna like make you think like, nah, I think I'm straight. You ain't even gotta catch shit. You could be like you can catch God. God probably go catch you. You probably be like, damn, bro, I'm feeling down as shit. I feel like fucking up something. I feel like just, and then God go catch you. If you don't catch some disease, you go catch God. God go catch you. That's how I feel about that. And I'm glad we talked about that though. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy how like information could just start flowing and shit off of how you just said that, how you just posted that. One night stand. You giving away energy for free like that, without no commitment, no nothing. And you keep doing that shit, and that's anything. Even if it ain't a one night stand, it could be somebody you with, and you can be cheating and shit. Still kind of the same shit, but you in a relationship and you cheating. But I feel like if you got the one night stand shit, if you just doing that and you ain't in no relationship, like yeah, you had your fun and shit, but your energy gonna run short, and you if you ain't got like no, you might either catch something, or like I said, God go catch you. God go catch you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finna get up out of here in a minute, and I'm finna go live later on and shit. I'm finna go live later on the game and shit. Even when I be going live on the game or doing the game shit, I don't do it like, you know what I'm saying, like. But that's part of idle time too. Idle time and say God be like, or in the Quran or even in the Bible, like idle time is like a man's enemy or some shit. Not enemy, but it's basically like you gotta really be focused at all times or be working at all times and shit. That's why America and all no Muslim countries do some hard laws in marriage, because they know that Islam is here to protect people. Islam is just a way of life. That's all. You can be rich and a good man. What you mean? But in America, it is we do got Islam here in America. Unless you mean to like, oh, do some hard laws in marriage because they know. So you meant, yeah, you talking about like they we in America or any probably other country is only single. It's only either single or married, divorced, and widow. I'm thinking that what you're talking about. They don't basically have legal polygamy or something like that. I don't know if you was talking about in a polygamy way where it's like, because we don't have that in America. Like it's only single and married. Nah, because I know Islam allows polygamy and stuff like that. Which while like a lot of people go towards Islam because it's legally to have multiple um being in a relationship with two people or more. But if you just jumping in it and you thinking it's all about, especially with females, because females go be, you know, they got feelings and shit. And if you be like trying to, but that's what females have to know. Like as you go find that man who is disciplined. You not just finna. Now it don't work for everybody. Every man gotta learn to have that. You know what I'm saying? Go through their ups and downs and shit, right? But it's not like the government and the economy. Yeah, I think I get where you coming from. I get where you coming from. Because the government they live off of us and shit. They live off of, like, you get married and shit. Cause look, most likely it's it's like most men got multiple children's mothers of children and shit. Although legally in the laws of America KKK, it's either you single, married, or divorced and widow and so forth and so forth. It's never not you single, you the polygamous. They don't respect polygamous because it'll shut down the economy. It'll shut down the economy that's eating off of us, and it'll be benefiting the people as far as like the people. That's how I'm looking at this shit. Usury. I ain't never heard of that. I probably heard of it. Usury. I ain't never heard of that. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to look that word up. I got the phone in the car and shit. But Yeah, this country don't respect. This country don't respect. They don't respect us. None of these countries, like America, the UK, London, or the UK, the United Kingdom, are these countries that's like colonized all the black lands. Cause it's black worldwide. Like I said, I don't know your religion. I mean, I don't know your race. But our main enemy is black people, and the main enemy on the land is Arabs, Caucasians, and Chinese people. But some Chinese people kind of like like it's racism everywhere. But a lot of black people go to China, but because you actually have more a little bit more respect as a black person in China versus going to Saudi Arabia or any of these other lands where they can poop on you and shit on you. Now I don't want to really get into like that, but it's just like it's just out of like how they have us living and shit like here in America, bro. All this time and shit, like we making them rich and shit. We making them rich and we don't even know it, bro. Jumping like they want us to be like in all in these relationships just to be like you feel good about cheating, but the whole time you legally can have multiple women and shit. Now like you gonna have all this type of shit, bro. You gonna have this system as long as this system around. This system gonna continue to reign supreme over people's heads, but it's coming to a point. It's coming to a time where it's like people get seeing through this shit, man. Like seeing through the illusion and shit. Seeing through this shit. Like you got white people that's like, hold on, I'm finna go get me something to eat. I'm finna come right back through. Cause I really want to go in the crib and shit, but I've been working and shit all week, so I don't even give a fuck about going. And it's a sunshine day, man. I'm chilling. But I'm finna go back live later on, man. I'm gonna catch y'all about probably like an hour or something. I'm up out of here. Or should I stay on live and shit? I don't know. But I'm up out of here though. Okay, I'm gonna come back through. Peace.